Jamie.
Hello, Nick.
Pleasure to have you on here.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, my pleasure. Welcome to Sharing Vids by Nick Storms.
Thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
Very excited to be here. So this is Jamie Garden. She's my boss here at Centenary University. She's the director of student activities and was also a former student here at Centenary. So I gotta ask, how was your experience here?
I had a great experience. So some people think sometimes when I say that I'm just saying it because I work here, but truthfully, I had the best 4 years of my life. I was a student, I was an athlete, I worked for student activities, very involved, very fun, very long time ago, but it was a good time. It was a good time to be a Centenary Cyclone.
Of course. All right, so let's get on to the questions. So actually my first question I like to ask everybody is, what do you do for a living?
What do I do for a living? So I am, as Nick said, I'm the director of student activities. I basically run all the fun stuff on campus. So all the events, all the games, all the things that are outside of the classroom that are quite literally just fun. That's what I do. I get to have fun for a living.
Fun for a living. So my second question for you is, how does it feel to take on the role of activities director?
It's really cool, actually. When I was a student, I worked for student activities, so I was in your position. And I really enjoyed my boss at the time. Fast forward now, she's one of my best friends, so pretty cool way, but I really enjoyed what she did with the position, how she led students and how she just planned events, and thought maybe that's something that I could get into. So now kind of sitting in her shoes and sitting in the position, it's really cool. It's cool to look back at where I came from and how I've evolved as a professional and just as a person. But it's a lot of fun. Like I said, I get to have fun for a job, and there's not many places or people who can say that. So it's pretty good. It feels good.
Of course. So actually, kind of probably to answer my second question. So what inspired you to take on the role? Was it her?
Yeah, I would definitely say it was her. I would say my senior year of college, I had no idea what I wanted to do. Kind of like leading into college, I had no idea I wanted to go to college. So graduating, you think you have a plan, and sometimes those plans just really don't work out. So when I graduated here, I didn't really have anything lined up. People, you hear the noise, right? People are saying, oh, you got nothing, you're not doing anything. And it got to me a little bit. I worked at Princeton University in between graduating and taking this position, just kind of making money. And I kept in contact with Allie, my old boss at the time. So when she said the position was open, I took the opportunity because why not? I get to work with one of my good friends and also at a place that I really like. And then doing something that, again, it all just comes back to the fun aspect, right?
Right.
Just having fun.
Networking,
having fun, and just doing. So yeah, that's kind of what inspired me. It was just the opportunity was there, but then seeing the fun and how great Allie had done at it, and then kind of saying that's what I want to do too.
So another question for you is, since you're the director, do you face any challenges on this position?
I do face a lot of challenges. One of the biggest challenges I would say that we face is, well, I wouldn't say one of, but there's a few good challenges that we face, right? Everything costs money these days. So finding things that work within our budget, but are still really great products or really great events for our students.
Yeah, financial budgeting.
So that's one of the challenges that we face. Networking, so kind of coming back to that, reaching students. Participation. You have to kind of think about the new students that come in and how they might be different from the students that we had for 3 years or what it is. So that's a challenge, is just kind of learning about the new group that's here and adapting to what they're doing. So I face challenges, I would say, every single day. I think I'm a pretty good problem solver. But I mean, I think there's always challenges, right? And that's what makes you better as a leader, as a professional. Life. Yeah, absolutely. You can't get through things without some hurdles. I was no track star, but pretty good with hurdles.
She's a runner. She's a track star.
That's me.
Oh yeah. Okay. So one of the other questions I like to ask my guests on here is, if you could predict your future in 10 years, where do you see yourself? And I have to ask, so did you ever predict your future, and did you see yourself here, or you saw yourself somewhere else?
I would say, if you were to ask me this question 10 years ago, I don't think that this is where I would have predicted myself to be. And not for any reason other than 10 years ago I had a specific dream, right?
Right.
We all know what we not know what we want to do, but we all have an idea of what we want to do when we get older. And I mean, I'm still trying to figure that out too. But
I mean, I'm gonna tell you this. I know a lot of people here have dreams of being like a pro athlete, an actor, artist.
And what ways can you get to it, the little thing. So the dream was never to work in higher education. It was always to work in sports, right? I grew up an athlete. I grew up around sports. My father worked in sports his entire life. So sports was really where I saw my life. But I think we're going to go past, present, future. So presently, I think I'm still doing a lot of what I really enjoy and what I thought I would be doing. I still get to work in sports in a way. We plan events to go to sports. We do the spirit games at different events.
Tournaments.
Exactly. Yeah. So sports are still a part of my life. And I think 10 years from now, I'm not sure where I see myself. I definitely see myself the big boss, right? I see myself top dog. I think so. You sound like your mother. We're inspiring people. But I don't know if there's a specific place that I see myself, rather than I know in 10 years that if these 7 years I've already gained the experience and the knowledge that I have and I'm already at the top, I can only imagine where I'm going to be. And I think that's exciting, right? The future is
my favorite word. Dream big.
Absolutely.
Dream
big. Dream big. So yeah.
Okay. So my last question is, how do you encourage students around campus to like participate in the events? Because I know it's really hard to gather up a bunch of, like, I wouldn't say not hard, but like a little bit challenging.
Yeah, everyone has their own personalities.
Like obviously we use the flyers, we use social media. Yeah. I would say, like, do you have any other like strategic ideas to like have other students participate?
I wouldn't say anything too specific. I think one of, and not to toot my own horn, but one of the best things about my position is I'm so student faced. Like, I'm sitting here in an interview with you, and that wouldn't have happened with another job, right? I wouldn't have met you because I sit in an office and I do office work, but my position is so student facing that I get to build relationships with students in this capacity. I get to know you outside of Nick Storms, the student, or Nick Storms, the student activities worker. I get to see you doing this right now, what you enjoy, what you really love to do. Right. And so I build those relationships. So I think that's a key part of this position and for what we do at student activities is having those relationships with those students. So maybe they don't read my emails, maybe they don't see the flyer, but you're going to come in my office and interview me, and I'm going to say, hey, Nick, tonight we have a movie night at 8 p.m. And you're like, oh my gosh, yes, we do. So
I mean, I do see the weekly calendars too. I get it.
I'm not saying Nick is a great person, great student, everyone. Don't worry. Top dog over here. But I think it really is just the building relationships with the students and having that rapport helps with encouraging students to get out and do stuff, right? You have the things in your room that you would rather do, or you can go home and see people that you love, but there's nothing like having a home here and being able to enjoy stuff.
Yeah. And the one thing I even noticed too is that a lot of students here go home on weekends. And I say, like, I think it was no, I'm saying, like, I think it was hard for them because they didn't really seek opportunities on campus like that. Yeah. So I figured, like, you know, me having this role and like everybody else having the role, we can actually come together and have fun events so that students can actually say, oh wow, it's actually starting
to be
hot weekends.
Yes, absolutely.
So, just like I started my 2v2 tournament, it was a success.
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday.
See, there's stuff to do. Yeah. I think the biggest misconception is that there's nothing to do. If there's nothing to do, chances are that there is, but it might just not be stuff that you want. So if there's things that you want, I got to put a little plug in here, Nick. If there's things that you want, come visit us in the office, message us on Scent Life, and here we go. We're making it happen.
The door's right there.
It is. You can't see it, but it's right there.
Yeah, it's right there.
But yeah.
Jamie, thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Nick. This was great.
Great. My pleasure. Hey, Jacob, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's up, man?
How you doing, man?
I've been good, bro.
You good?
Man, how you been?
Oh, man. I'm feeling great. How was break?
It was amazing, man.
Amazing. Hey, man. New year,
New year,
new you.
new me, man.
There you go.
That's all it's about.
That's all it's about for everybody too.
For sure.
For everybody.
For sure.
So, yeah, this is Jacoby Stewart. This is my guy. Very well crafted student.
What's up?
Currently a theater major here at Sant, and also a producer. Making beats right now.
Hey, you know, it's a process, you know.
It's a process. That's all it is.
I feel that.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, man. Welcome to Sharing Your Visions by Nick Storms.
Of course, I appreciate you bringing me on, you know.
Oh, man, of course.
Man.
Gotta bring everybody on here.
I don't know, it feels like an honor, you know.
Big honor.
Like, hey.
Big contribution.
You know.
So, hey, man, let's get started. So, my first question for you is, what do you do for a living?
I'm a student. I'm an actor. I've been acting for about 6 years now, since I was in 8th grade. I loved it ever since I started. Before that, I used to play football for other half of my life. But yeah, I'm an actor now, and future I see myself as an actor / businessman. So you know,
Acting and a businessman. Oh, that's a heavy commitment, my brother.
Yo.
But hey, man,
hey,
dream big. Dream big. So my second question for you is, do you see yourself, since you mentioned you want to be an actor, do you see yourself in big movies?
oh for sure.
So if I can, I got you. All right, ready? Hold on. I got you. So, you know, all these great movies coming out and everything. You know, like Captain America, all these other great. You know, there's plenty.
Right.
There's gonna be more exciting movies, and it's gonna bring a lot of attention to the population. But if I can say this, since you visualize yourself being an actor, what movies do you see yourself being in? Like, what kind of genres?
I say like action. It's like the villains. I always see myself as like the villain characters, you know. Powerful villains. Just be clean, cold, yeah.
Oh man.
For sure. Hey.
Like Green Goblin, the Joker, all those kind of like.
I would say more like, actually, I'm gonna take it a step back. I'm gonna go like Game of Thrones.
Oh,
type movie.
Go.
Yeah, Game of Thrones.
Go.
Those genres, yeah.
Go on, man.
For sure.
So my third question is, who really inspired you to like pursue an acting career?
The two people that I can think of when I got into acting is Dove Cameron and Cameron Boyce. I think.
Oh man, R.P. Cameron Boyce.
Rest in peace, man. Love him.
That was sad.
But I think the movie that got me into acting was Descendants. As a little kid, when I was watching that movie, I just seen like the joy and like the musical parts of it, and I was like, yeah, that's something I want to do. Being like an inspiration to others. So like, you know.
Yeah. It's acting. I'm not saying it's impossible, but definitely takes some practice. I'll tell you that, because you know, if there's scenes where you gotta cry, you gotta get emotional, you gotta act stressed, you gotta act mad. They're all different types of feelings that you gotta act on. So, stuff.
Hey.
Yeah, man. So I like to ask this question to everybody.
Alright.
And I think it's you just said it, but I still ask this to everybody.
Alright.
If you could predict your future in 10 years, where do you see yourself?
10 years. I'll be 29, about to be 30. I would say my business has started well. Started strong. It's going well. I wouldn't say it's at its peak yet, but I'm definitely foundated, and I don't have any issues. I don't have any of those small business issues. Like, I really got my feet in the ground. Acting wise, I already see myself in 10 years like doing video games and some movies and some TV shows, commercials and all that. So just widespread, you know.
Widespread. Hey man.
Right.
And make connections too. Connections is everything. Everything, my brother.
Everything, man.
Yeah.
Especially as an actor, especially in this career, connections are everything.
Everything. Yeah,
Hey.
man. So I got one last question for you, actually,
All right.
and this is gonna be an interesting one.
All right, what is it?
I never thought I'd ask this actually, but
All right.
so since
hit me up.
Yeah. Since you mentioned the two actors that you look up to, I mean, not Cameron Boyce because he passed away sadly. But what I would say is, do you see yourself being in a movie with like one of the big time actors in this industry?
Yeah, I see myself. If I really wanted to be picky, I'll be like Morgan Freeman. I really want to do a movie with him. But hey, maybe.
Bro, listen,
you know,
you could walk into Hollywood one day. Let me just say this: you could walk into Hollywood, you could see Jamie Foxx.
Right.
Anybody could be in there, bro. So
Jamie, you know, Michael B, all the greats, you know.
All the grace.
Hey, you know, wherever the future takes me, you know.
Wherever the future takes you.
You know, whenever I dream, I don't like make stops, because there's this one quote. I don't know who I heard it from. It was from a video on TikTok, but the guy said, "How big would you dream if you knew you couldn't fail?" So after that, I was just like, why put limiters on myself, Why put limits on my dreams and my future?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, man. Hey, man, thank you so much for being on here.
Of course.
And make sure you guys stay tuned for Sharing Your Business. We got more videos coming up. 2025, we here.
So, let's get it.
Let's get it. All right, Brody. Hey, man, how you doing today?
I'm doing all right. You?
Doing great. Keep my spirits up. Working hard. Just living college to the fullest, bro. Most importantly, life.
I get that.
Yeah. So this is Jaden Hall. Currently a junior here at Seminary. He's also a communications major. And before he was a computer science major. So I gotta ask, man, what made you want to change your major?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate math with every bit of my soul. Like on everything I hate. I hate math and science now because of just how long I've been taking like computer science courses, like with like regular and AP and all that in high school and Seminary. So yeah, that's why I switched over to communications and TV, film and radio. Because like I've always been more interested in movies and TV. And like although I am going into it late, I'm just happy I'm going into it at all and regretting.
Nah, yeah, but you're not gonna regret it at all actually.
Yeah.
Because it's not even just like it's easy, bro. Like there's challenges. But it's something that entertain you. So I'll tell you that. So yeah, man, welcome to Sharing Your Business by Nick Storms.
Right.
So my first question for you is, what do you do for a living?
In class, like I kind of just work, like my work-study program, like at the library on campus. Trying to pick up an extra couple jobs off campus too, just to get as much cash flow as I can, and do like acting on the side, like at least auditioning.
Auditioning? Oh, okay.
Like,
at the theater thing?
On like on backstage.
Backstage.
Like,
okay.
Like the site and everything.
Got you. Okay. No, cause I was wondering if you ever tried out for, you ever like checked out the theater program here or not?
Oh, yeah, like I have like last year, but it just didn't. I don't know, like it just didn't work out for me. Like it just wasn't the right fit.
Hey man, you took another route. I respect that. Took another route. So my second question for you is, since you recently got into communication, do you see yourself out of college doing something with TV and radio, or do you see yourself doing something different?
I definitely hope to do something like related in communications, maybe not specifically in that field, if that makes sense. Like I definitely want to go into like film, like whether it's in front of or behind the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just know I want to be in something in filmmaking.
Right.
But like essentially more so like the acting.
Oh, okay. So you recently discovered this passion.
Oh, no, I've always been into movies.
Oh, you always been in the movies?
Yeah, it's like I've always wanted to direct. Like I'd always like mimic like character movements on TV. Stuff like that when I was little.
Got it.
And like I have like kind of forced myself to go the whole like business tech route for a while because I assume like I would get the most money out of it.
Yeah.
But right now that does not look too. It doesn't look too accurate because like with a CS degree you can't get a job right now. I'm gonna be so fair with you.
But hey man, let me tell you that anything's possible.
True.
I'll tell you that, man. Like, you just gotta dream big. You know what I'm saying? Aim forward. Like anything is possible, man. Like you never discourage yourself, bro. Just believe in yourself. I tell everybody that. So, like that's the question to everybody. That's my honesty here. All right. So if you could predict your future in 10 years, what do you see yourself?
In 10 years, I very likely, or at least hope to see myself working in like the film industry. Like definitely more so in acting, if not, and if I'm not in those 10 years or less, then hopefully like I'm somewhere behind the camera, just like as close to it as possible. Because I know like even if I'm crew, I can kind of like work my way up, just learn, network.
Networking, yeah.
So,
I got you. So like, do you see yourself like working with like big time actors, I would say, or like directors?
I hope. Like, I definitely hope. You know, like I can only dream to work with people like you know, like Denzel and all that.
Denzel
Like,
Washington, yeah.
God, I would kill to be in a Spike Lee joint at some point.
Mhm.
But yeah, like I'm definitely. I hope so. Like right now, like I do see them as like more so inspiration, lessons, stuff like that.
Hey, bro, dream big.
Right?
Just dream
True.
big. Like, anything's possible. So just keep striving, man. But I feel like, you know, the main part, like the main goal to be here in college is also to discover what you desire to do, you know. Like if, I feel like because it can come natural to where you're passionate about something, obviously, but it can also work out here too. Like you can discover many opportunities here, and then you might want to become someone big and someone that is obviously, you know, making some big cash, you know, and you want to be like that person. Not like exactly following in their footsteps, but you know, just like them in their industry.
Yeah. Like taking a page out of their book.
Right, taking the page out the book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Hey, man, thank you so much for being on here.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, you know that. My pleasure. Eric, man, what's going on?
What's up, Nick Storm?
How you doing today?
Blessed to be here, man.
Blessed to be here. Blessings on blessings.
Of course, blessings on blessings.
Blessings on blessings.
Where we at right now?
Hey, man, you're sharing your business right now by Nick Storm.
Oh, really? Oh,
Okay, where the 360 at?
360 camera right here.
Real deal.
Real deal stuff.
Real deal.
This right here has 2 lenses, so it could capture everything, including yourself,
So,
and then makes the camera disappear with the right
use that, you
tripod.
going viral.
Ooh, you know, Insta360 X3. Shout out to y'all. You know.
All
So
right.
talk to me, man.
So, this is Eric De La Cruza, aka the Prom Prodigy. Oh.
Yeah,
You
ya
already
lo
know.
sabe. I'll say it in Spanish.
You
Eric Enrique de la Cruz.
Que lo que?
Ya lo sabe. You know we here, man.
He's currently an executive producer. He does a lot of art. He's also very creative when it comes to content. Knows a lot of softwares and platforms. So if you guys need any of that, this is your guy right here. So with all that being said, let's get on to it, man. So the first question is, what do you do for a living?
Man, what I do for a living is that I explore and I create in that order, because you know you have to explore and feel inspired before you create and inspire others.
That's a fact.
You know? So, yeah, executive producer, main title, because that basically,
Your mic's on, right? Yeah, okay.
yeah, you know, that right there, you know, allows me to flex being director, cinematographer, writer, animator, world designer, etc., 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 etc. You know, so yeah, I just really love creating worlds the same way this beautiful world was created before I was even born.
Word.
You know, so,
Life's great. Life is great.
Life is too
So,
good. Life is too good.
Yeah, man. So my second question for you is, what made you want to get into art?
What made
In
me
the
want
film,
to
art
get,
of film, yeah.
Yeah, man. So you know, I would say what I was born loving art, but what made me really get into film was that technology at the time didn't allow me to fully express my art to the fullest degree.
Right.
You know, it took too much to sit here and make an animated film or series.
Uh-huh.
So I opted to film because, you know, most things you film are already built. You know, the characters are made like you already created. I just gotta film you. Maybe, you know, change the color of the sweater, but you know, I like blue, so but you know, when it comes to animated stuff, you gotta make everything from scratch. So that's where we're at now, thanks to technology catching up to one's imagination. But you know, we had to play with the camera for a while, you know.
The camera.
You know, so.
Hey. It's like a video game, right?
Yeah, life is like a video game, so don't lag. Don't lag. That's why I don't believe. Look, if I'm gonna press buttons and look at the screen, I might as well be working. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only type of games I play is VR, virtual reality.
I gotta get MetaQuest.
Yeah.
I gotta get that, bro.
MetaQuest 3. Shout out to Zuckerberg. He loves it. Look at that sponsorship. I already bought 3 of them joints. I don't think I'm gonna buy a 4th one unless it's free. So, yeah, man.
So, my third question is, who inspired you to take this route? Like, did you look up to anybody, or this kind of just came naturally to yourself?
Came naturally to myself. That's one thing, I'll be real with you. I've struggled always to have a specific role model.
Mm-hmm.
I would say my future self is my only role model. You know what I'm saying? Geared by the dreams of my younger self. But yeah, the world inspired me. That's why I don't have a specific role model. The world did. Like I said, so much magic.
The globe, yeah.
Whether it's a globe or a cube doesn't matter to me. It's still magical.
Still magic.
So it's just so much magic everywhere. That's what inspired me to be an all-around explorer creator. So that's really what it is. I love nature too. Animals. I love everything, music, the visuals, the story, the lessons, and most importantly, the life.
Life.
Infinite inspiration. Can never just give it to one.
You can never give it to one.
Right?
Yeah, man.
You know that.
So listen, man. I like to ask everybody on this channel, right?
Yeah.
I asked them if you could predict your future in 10 years, where do you see yourself, right? And since you recently just graduated from college and everything, right?
Not too recent. I graduated from college in 2019.
2019? Oh, yeah. It wasn't too recently.
Yeah. Right before the pandemic.
Yeah, before the pandemic. All right, so did you kind of see yourself taking this route, or you did see yourself like maybe taking you took route A? Like, did you probably see yourself taking route B?
No. It was just written since I was born. Look, I'll be real with you. Since school times, I would fly by my classes. I was always in honors, yada yada. I was always great with technology, always great with communicating, always very excited and passionate about what I love.
Right.
And this was always the only way. My ancestors made everything be so for this purpose, and here we are now. I was able to create so many wonderful projects, meet so many legendary souls, explore so much, and finally able to create my dream project, my ultimate saga that will come soon, so I won't say too much about that now.
Hey, trailer coming out.
Yeah, we got a couple different trailers, a couple different sagas, but just know that dreams are reality now. So when it's like that, I'm literally in the future I once dreamed about. That's what it is. And the reality is that once you get to that point, it only goes as far as you take it. So how far can you see? It's how far
you're the backup. Nobody else is the backup.
Exactly.
You're the backup.
You know that little Easter egg. So the future has become the present, which means what's next is simply a result of the now. Right. So we keep putting in that work, keep locking in these deals, and also continue to create with passion and bring to life that which will inspire the next generation.
What's up, my brother? Hey, man, thank you so much for being on here.
Thank you for having me. Always love sharing knowledge with you.
What's going on, man?
How you doing, Nick?
Good, man. How you doing there?
Pretty good.
How's college treating you?
It's treating me great.
Hey, we just
living the life.
Stick it to the journey. So this is Jamel, good friend of mine. Currently a sophomore here at seminary. He majors in marketing, and he's doing a lot of great things around campus. He's a commuter, and yeah, man, welcome to Sharing Vision, my next launch. So let's get this started. So my first question for you is, what do you do for a living?
As of right now, I work for my dad. I fill in spots for any of the employees who are out. Or most of the time, I'm doing maintenance work for most of the stores. I do everything from electric to plumbing to anything that needs to be done.
So do you have any particular hobbies that you like to
do? In hobbies, I am a Boy Scout, so of course most of the outdoor activities that you can think of, I'm down for. But besides that, a little curveball is that I love cars.
Cars, yeah. I remember freshman year.
I absolutely adore cars. That's mostly my hobbies.
So what car do you drive actually?
As of right now, I drive a Toyota Corolla. It's cheap, efficient, gets me from point A to point B in a safe manner.
Point A to D? Yeah.
So it works for me, right?
Listen, man. As long as as long as you don't got no issues, you're good.
Right.
As long as you're a smooth driver,
absolutely.
As long as the car rides smoothly, you're good.
Absolutely.
So I remember freshman year, we was in the same class, and I always wanted to know if you were passionate about cars. So I want to know, do you see yourself maybe pursuing a career in that?
Absolutely. So one of my dream jobs would be to work for F1, especially their Red Bull team. The reason I said Red Bull is because I love the driver, Max Verstappen.
Right.
And I voted for that guy every time. So he hasn't let me down. So here we are. Me being a
Fanboy. Yeah, man. So I gotta ask this. Actually, I'm not necessarily sure about this, but are you into like NASCAR?
Absolutely, I love NASCAR. I don't watch it as frequently as Formula One, but I absolutely love NASCAR. Every chance I get, I have a look at their stats. I have a look at everything. Um, but yeah, no, it's all motorsports that you can think of. I love them, whether it's GT racing, NASCAR, Formula One. I love all of it.
Love all of it. Who's your favorite NASCAR driver?
That's a hard choice. But
I don't really know much of them, but like I know you probably know more than I do. I'll tell you that.
I like Joey.
Joey Logano?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much the only one I know.
No, he's the more famous one. So
that's true. Plus, he's been in the league for like how many years? Like 15?
Too many for me to know.
Too many. Yeah, too many to know. All right, man. So I want to know this.
Mm-hmm.
And I ask this question to everybody. So if you could predict your future in 10 years, where do you see yourself?
In 10 years, I definitely want to see myself working for a big company, whether it's Apple, Samsung, or Formula One, of course. But I definitely want to see myself working in a marketing department, as that is my passion.
Yeah, marketing. Yeah.
Right.
Do you know like what kind of like specific marketing company?
Well, the ideal marketing company to work for would be Lockheed Martin.
Lockheed Martin. Okay.
But for me, it's definitely Formula One.
Formula One.
Being on that marketing team, it'd be a daze to me. So.
Yeah, man, definitely. But hey, man, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Of course. Yep.